I guess there's some anti-synergy here as well, right? Like if you curse, but then you also blinding light, not only could you potentially knock people away, but also you're giving them this chance, which is not really what you want.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's a great point.
It's a little bit weird.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, let's see how this works out. Normally, I would look at this like the Coddle and the Wyvern, and you can say, okay, they got a ton of really good deep push. Maybe they're just trying to go late, but I don't know how you would want to beat the Mag Jug late. That seems risky to try and play against the Magnus lineup going ultra late game.
They also have a great ways of
Radiant
dealing with how
pick.
Gambit is playing with 2 deep push. You have Keeper of the Light and Wyvern. So you can't really just group up. There's going to be a ton of magical damage. So I'd love to see some kind of a pipe carrier inside of Gambit. If it's Mag position 3, he might build into it. If it's Mag 4, you still need an
10
offlaner.
seconds remaining.
Huh.
So this is safe play Night
Dire
Stalker.
team
It's
back.
safe for Night Stalker, yes.
Admiral Kunkka.
Kanka coming in. A lot of damage reduction. How do we forget about Kanka actually? Talking about like mid lane heroes that use the power.
We were talking about smart stuff. Kanka,
Yeah.
I think everyone pretty much knows what Kanka is doing, how strong he is. I can't believe that Kanka actually had
10
Tidebringer
seconds
on
remaining.
denies. And he was
Yeah.
picked way less back
5
then.
seconds remaining.
Well, it's crazy to me how much better people have gotten at some of the Kunkka stuff as well. I imagine we'll probably be seeing it a little bit this game, but the stacking with Torrent as well. Like they're on the Radiant. He's got Crystal Maiden on his team, so why would you
Yeah.
just not make a 20 Ancient stack with Torrent? Why
Radiant
not? There's
team
literally no reason not to.
Why stop at 20?
Yeah,
I think there's
that's-
I think there's a cap. I don't think you can stack it infinitely.
I think eventually there's just going to be more creeps than the AoE of Torrent. I think that's the problem. At that point, you know, you're going to quite happily farm that up, take your few thousand
Radiant
gold
team
and
pick.
build an item. I know that people like playing Kunkka against the Night Stalker as well. The X kind of helps keep him back. You just don't want Night Stalker up in your face, right? That's the big issue. When he's right up in your face and just punching on your supports, then that's when you're in big danger. But Kunkka can at least try and control him a little bit, buy you a little bit of space.
10 seconds
And the
remaining.
thing about Night Stalker in this game is that he does not have a hero to play
5
with. Like
seconds
a Baron
remaining.
can't shield him up, he goes in, but it's pretty much a solo mission because Wyvern and Keeper of the Light will not follow it up. They're two fishy supports. Wyvern will be
Dire
played
team
as
pick.
4. I assume
Here
more
I am.
item dependent.
Man, this is a super. These drafts are super meta on both sides. Like these are so many meta picks on both teams. Is Magnus 3?
It looks like Magnus 3, but they can
10
also swap
seconds
things around. I saw Marana being played as a
Now
man,
select
and
your
they
heroes.
are bringing Moose, not Moose, but Timbersaw. Okay, it's gonna be 9 actually. All right, all right.
And I know that Moo is known for his timber, but that's not going to be the case this game. Okay, so this is the Kunkka counter in theory. We'll see how it works out in practice. There could be some rotations coming in from the Miranda potentially. Building damage for J.Storm is weird. I think they do have enough. They've got a lot of magical damage as well. I can imagine a pipe or something being built up somewhere on this Gambit roster. But very different draft this time around compared to games 1 and 2.
The only stun they have is mini stun from Night Stalker.
Yeah, and ultis. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think they might just get... Actually, I guess the other thing is that they do have the curse. Maybe that's part of why they picked the Wyvern here, is they wanted something that could interrupt spin TP, because if playing against Jug when you have no way to threaten spin TP,
it feels bad.
it's actually the most annoying thing in the world, because Jug just sits next to your base. He's like farming your jungle, sitting behind your tier 2, hitting your creeps, and if you ever go over to even look at him, he's just like, bye. See ya. I'm gonna go farm somewhere else.
Well,
At least
it's just like J.Storm's lineup wants the group up, have a lot of sustain. You have healing, shields, Timbersaw, a lot of regen. Someone's definitely gonna need to buy a Spirit Vessel in this game, and I think they need it earlier. So I would assume GPK will be building it. Because against Viper, you're playing against a Baron, so you can just purge it off with the Photic Shield, but you need to have it.
Yeah, just be able to... Even you want to force the Aphotic Shield in like a less useful way, so then you can maybe get an arrow or use some of your other disables. And more.
Mirana can also build in one, but it's not gonna come that quickly, and Timbersaw might just explode at that point. So you want to have it way earlier. Also, you have Empower in your team, which will allow Juggernaut to scale, and you will also have a lot of fun with Dagger.
Yeah, that's first blood tree. Tried to face check that hill. Does not have the ultimate yet, obviously, and there you go. Gets brought down.
Dream start for Gambit.
I know that so I think both of the previous games, the way that Gambit have started is that they've had the two supports playing with the offlaner and making the runes there. This game around, this time they mix it up. So I think they ran up onto the high ground just to check out what was going on and did not expect both supports to be at bottom.
The battle
See what happens over here. Chacho, is he gonna try and get both of them? Move. Don't get clipped. And that arrow is actually gonna get both.
He's still gonna die. Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire, Dream, one more hit, but the horseman is fast.
4 HP. Fear Fire.
Very value. Fear comes in with the blind. Alright, trying to help out Brax a little bit more. The arrow is off cooldown. Brax is gonna have to dodge it, I suppose. Maybe they can get one more Crystal Nova. Brax wants to try and TP out as well, maybe. What is happening here? They're just chasing him around. You gotta turn around and go for some damage onto FNG. I realized that he has to come and help, maybe. Alright, now he comes in with some auto attack. Brax is still fighting. This is very awkward. Alright, point blank arrow, not really doing anything. FNG, Mango, get rid of that shield. Vampire wants to finish this kill. A few more auto attacks. And that's the end of it. Okay. Brax not willing to waste the salve just to survive one more attack, and then
it's really not good. He wants to keep you back to the bottom lane, and the Vampire will rotate the top.
Oh, alright. It was a nice attempt.
Yeah, if he lands that arrow, Keeper of the Light is probably dead. Skewer back, closer to the tower, into the creep wave. I don't think even Blinding Light would stay there.
So how much does this counter pick actually matter at mid? Like, doesn't GPK just like we're talking about just stack a bunch with Torrent, then jungle and not really care too much?
The thing about Kanka is that he doesn't have that many bad matchups, and even if he feels threatened, level 4 will have 1 point in X, keep his back home. Also, Arcane Aura will help him a lot to secure the range creeps with the Torrent, Harass, stacked as you mentioned. So he should be fine.
Yeah, and so far he's doing quite well, in fact. Of course, things are going to change now that Timbersaw picked up his second point reactive armor. He's not really able to pressure him. Spin at bottom, Braxton a little bit of danger, does not have the point in Mystical by himself. The net becomes that. FNG needs to try and get into the trees, Boo's still chasing him down. FNG, one more auto attack, but he has to fog this the entire time. Brax is also going to come in here and look for him, and he fogged him. Chops down his tree. Kills him and gives him.
Yeah, GPK is playing well, playing between tier 1 and tier 2 tower when he can. So
okay, so he just went and killed that next wave. Oh, okay, that's smart.
Because he saw 9 with the Orb of Venom, Boots of Speed, that's the kill build.
For sure, he just wants to run him down. Boo's little cycle here. Nice. Get some denies going. Oh, he became out a little bit of an awkward spot. Could be able to use the torrent to open up a little bit more space. And yeah, just gonna keep this sort of backlining shenanigans going. Doesn't actually have to fight the Timbersaw head on if he keeps doing this. And if he's ever really in danger, he can just TP. Tap big top.
Now he is a TP.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And 9 also mangoes to be able to TP. Alright. Interesting, interesting.
Instantly buys another mango.
Dota's a cool game. I mean, he needs multiple whirling deaths to kill him. GPK with two parry, just some more salves. 9. He doesn't have any mana left. This is just gonna be some damage from the tower. GPK gonna block and win here. How far away is that mango? Courier's on its way. Did Salve just get canceled? Oh no. 9's waiting for it. Here comes the courier.
And here comes mango.
Mango, whirling death. It's not enough. We missed a kill elsewhere, but this is definitely where we want to keep our eyes. They're both on a sliver of HP. 9's coming back in. He's got another whirling death. GPK running, shooting down the Crystal Maidens here, along with Vampire. The supports have finally arrived, and they'll bring down the Timbersaw. Oh no!
Bottle to fill up his HP and mana. This is not how you want to start a game with Timbersaw. Like, Kanka is 10 CS and W and has one less death.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Timbersaw's not the hero that wants to play from behind.
Are fortified.
Frax getting aggressive on Dream, but the supports are here. Okay. With Arrow, wouldn't really have mattered too much anyway with the shield. Max taking a lot of damage, but he's got stick charges. Wants to kill him Vampire, one more hit, and the nuke brings him down. This is a battle for the bounty runes, in fact. Braxton moves and stick around a little longer, but it looks like FNG and Dream might be able to get it. That could get the splitter blast over onto FNG. It looks like he might be dead here. Dream spins soon, but isn't soon enough to try and chase down Booze. Can't do it. No, what's Kunkka doing? He's still backlaning.
Now he changed his position from between tier 1 and tier 2 to tier 3 and tier 2 and lost career as well.
Nice sidestep.
Chakram, alright.
Alright. I gets knocked back into him. I think he's dead. Yeah, double choke. Doesn't even need the chakram to land. Dodge this. Alright, well, did he boat the wave as well? Is that why boat is on cooldown?
I believe so, because he didn't really deal any damage to Timbersaw.
New meta. But yeah, no stacking happening. I guess that's the one slight concern with this strategy. They're not going to have that big fat ancient stacked.
Dire are
Fall back on.
damage.
So far, early game looking. Actually, I guess it's fairly even across the board. Actually, though, J.Storm definitely winning on the network. 2K ahead already.
We'll get the ward here. Their shrine is being pinged out by Kanka.
Radiant's middle
2
tower
sentries,
is
3
under
observer
attack.
wards from Piranha.
This is gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be a weird game. Like Mirana and CM are just kind of rotating everywhere. There's lots of jungling happening. Nice arrow in mid. 9 thought that he was unkillable, but was not expecting this 3-man gank from 2 different angles, and he gets brought down. They've got enough magical damage to kill him. He needs to show a bit of respect.
There's a lot of items in his career that might actually save him. That's full soul ring, so some extra strength plus a bracer. And also a magic stick. Yeah, that would have, he would have lived there. Also the magic resistance that he would get from the strength and the bracer. Well, someone's getting kicked for using the courier.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah, what's it? Here's Wind Blaze on it. But I don't know if he was the one using it.
Night Stalker was using it, but I don't know who was keeping it in the base.
Yeah, Timber definitely, especially when you're playing a hero like Timber, right, where your early game is kind of balanced on knife edge. You have to, you need to be playing really aggressively. You need all these little items as fast as possible. The common wisdom for the mid lane. So 9 is coming a little bit. Over this GPK, happy to use the boat.
There's the boat.
Yep, ultimate pop the move. Top. Back from shops a little bit. He does not have the RP available.
By morning,
Nothing that he can do to stop this kill. RT being the jug.
Radiant's middle
I
tower
think
is
we should
under
be sticking
attack.
around the bottom.
That Stalker almost 25 denies on top of the network right now. He's gonna be the huge problem because you can't really itemize against Night Stalker. Doesn't get a lot of levels, so fear. And the only way to itemize against it is buy some 4 stats
Radiant's
or buy a
middle tower
BKB.
is under attack.
These are not the games you want to buy BKB or not.
Yeah, and he's gonna farm a ton and do a ton of damage with the Ags plus the other thing. Now I'm getting dragged back in here, but Peter is ready to attack. I don't think he's going down. 4 points into reactive armor.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
this is
tower
not
is
gonna
under
happen
attack.
again. So this is looking like J.Storm should be able to take out this twin tower nice and easy. Moran, not all that farm. FMP super struggling, just barely has boots to his name here.
now they will suffer.
They are trying to stack a little bit, but J.Storm
Radiant's
also on top
bottom
of that
tower is under
coming in
attack.
blocking out the Ancients. So it really seems like J.Storm have a really good read on this game.
Yeah, also probably pushed in. Just 1 point in the curve is more than enough to get extra attack speed and bring down the tower. Arrow connects on the mid lane, but there's really no follow-up.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
Shanto
tower
still getting
is under
pressured.
attack.
Frax just having a completely free time down here. Going for the blast
Radiant
first.
structures
The
are
item
fortified.
choice. So they're even gonna have a really good early timing on J.Storm, and I'm a bit worried about this Magnus. Like I don't really feel like this Magnus is
Radiant structures are
be
fortified.
doing a whole lot for the.
Radiant's middle tower
next
is under
bit.
attack.
Like,
This
he
is
just
what I
doesn't
thought
have a lot
about.
of
Yeah, he doesn't have enough farm, so he will be farming himself. This is the first time he'll be popping farm on Juggernaut 10-minute mark.
Radiant's middle tower
Also, as you
is
mentioned, there
fallen.
was no stacking. You have Anka with the built-in, you have Mag. So whoever stacks can easily clear it up.
Tower is under attack.
Anka has that urn finished, building towards Spirit Vessel as we expected, but Timbersaw already has the ult scepter queued up, getting really close to him. They took down the tier 1 tower on mid, tier 1 tower on the bottom. Extra gold for him, have wasted spell it.
dream. But then he can get out of here. The Moonlight Shadow, he's doing okay.
Scan.
Looks back the opposite way. I think it's the sentry down. Looks at the real life where he is and gets smacked up with
Is
the
under attack.
Sorry about
Radiant
the.
structures
I
are
just
fortified.
mixed up the flag thing again. I'm not used to having an overlay that replaces the team
Dire
logos.
structures
So
are
it's
fortified.
Sorry, Basekeep, you need to
Dire's
step
middle
up a
tower
bit.
is under
yeah,
attack.
yeah. I'll do
This
my
is
best.
major.
It is. This is the big stage. You know, you're here to carry me though, Colin, right?
Dire's
what
middle
this is
tower
about.
has been
Well, I
denied.
can't carry if you do so much stupid stuff. You know?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right. I'll step it up. No more mistakes. We got another series as well. I'll just make sure that it's right for the rest
Radiant's
of
top tower is under attack.
it. Anywho, what's going on here? J.Storm just rallying behind their Timbersaw. Gambit, seemingly not a whole lot that they can really do. Just
Spoiled that
okay, they're gonna
shot.
arrow some,
9 try to
catapult.
block it.
Definitely should have. He's not gonna die if he gets arrowed.
He saw it with left.
Came just out of the trees, unfortunately.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they do have, I mean, the Radiant have vision up here, but it doesn't really
Radiant's
matter.
top tower
Now I'm
has
gonna get
fallen.
that last hit, goes straight into Yule's. So nice to have against
Oh, they just spotted the stack.
X. Can they do anything about it?
Viper, Chakra, Whirling that should be enough.
Jug is spinning it, but he's being rooted up by the prowl. Mine's gonna keep on firing. They are tighten back to their shot. Kunkka with the cleave. Who's to get these last ticks? They put down the will.
Oh, big
They're
will.
gonna try and kill it. They're getting knocked back in. Both coming out. What will connect up? Rax is getting healed because of that. Huge Winter's Curse catching on to 3. That's gonna bring down the Crystal Blade. GTK also dead. Finished off by the Whirling Death. Stream gonna try with the Omni Slash, but it's just getting split up. Nobody on J.Storm dying. Looks like Move almost goes down, but saved in the nick of time by his own cold embrace. Juggernaut not gonna get Yules up into the air. He does have a spin TP to escape, so he's gonna be okay, but that is a 2-for-0 trade. J.Storm Par's giving them some vision here, but doesn't really have the mana to do anything, and now he doesn't have a problem. Losing some life, he does get in amongst the ancients to get his stacks back up. They've got the healing ward. This is a super awkward fight. Everybody's getting pushed around everywhere. Splinter Blast coming out, and now Nightstalker's finally arrived to put an end to this. Moo wants some kills. They're gonna skewer not under the tower, but I don't think he cares about being there, and down goes Shot Slow. They also lose the Crystal Maiden. Vampire trying to escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. But that's trying to run down the map.
Not very effective.
That doesn't work. They'll have to play this Dota game, unfortunately. TPK throws it at the boat, but will immediately get Yules, trying to get that TP out. He's also going to end up falling here. Double kill for 9. He's got his full Spirit Vessel, but 0 charges to his name.
They got baited by that huge stack. Like, we need to fight here, and Timbersaw will gladly go in, get some armor stacks, and look at the amount of heal that had got. Full Embrace, we have 4 points in Aphotic Shield, 3 in Mist Coil. Also, if he uses Chakra on him, there's going to be another Aphotic Shield. Also, Kanka has FGH fun. There's going to be another death of FNG. Spirit Vessel is completed, but since it didn't score any kills, which means no charges on it.
Well, things are looking pretty bad, Lacoste.
Well, depends which team you're rooting for.
That's true, yeah.
Bias Castle right there.
So are you cheering for your buddy, Buddy Fear?
Well, I have a lot of buddies here, so I'm gonna stay neutral.
Ah, right. All the biases just cancel out. That's how that works. Oh, even burns. That's not gonna let it have it. This Winter Weapon already has a Blink Dagger. Alright, well that spin's not gonna help you now, buddy. Dream getting locked down. 2 ultimates used just to kill the opposing carry. J.Storm sending a message. Get out of my game. Brax popping his ultimate to dive FNG under the tower. 9 wants to kill instead. What 9 wants, he gets. Takes that kill.
It's slowly falling apart for them. Magathis has RP.
Slowly?
I'm not gonna say slowly because they're running them over. Now it's their time to fight. There's gonna be 5 minutes of the darkness. All the items are there for them. Aghanim Scepter just finished on the Night Stalker.
Needs to get the so they can actually avoid all his creeps.
No.
Yeah, this is looking scary at this point.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Well, I keep looking at Magnus thinking like, oh, maybe he'll be close to Blink. Nah.
Maybe he has it on the courier.
Dyer's top tower
Here, I'll
is
check.
under attack.
No.
No. No. Well, J.Storm just gonna keep on sieging. Why would they not? They've got their Nightstalker farming in the background as well as the insurance policy. Dream leading them on a merry chase. Fear runs back to a team to try to tank at this Omni Slash. And tank at the Omni Slash, they will. Dream now with the spin. Let this Keeper of the Light kill. Curse coming out. They will end up losing the Keeper of the Light. Nightstalker running over as quickly as he can. 9 losing quite a lot of HP. Doesn't have the full stacks. Bad and ulti already used. And J.Storm maybe getting a bit too confident taking 4v5.
Yeah, there was no Night Stalker in that fight, and they definitely need at least AoE silence on level 1 just to stop any kind of combo that they want to pull off. And here's also their damage. Like, without the Night Stalker, they don't have enough damage, especially if they take out one of the supports.
Yeah,
So building into these tank, yeah, I think it's the correct choice, getting the mech, so Guardian Grease at 1 point, which will allow you to have a second/third dispel with the Aphotic Shield and the Scepter. But they need to be
he's gonna be so hard to kill at that point. What do they need to do? They just gotta hope they can hold the high ground, right? This tier 2 seems very difficult to do. Oh, shots just walk straight into sound stuff. Chakra. Don't bother wasting the shotgun. Gambit having to play some like crazy Dota at this point. Just cut waves, keep on farming on the he's going for a defusal, like do some decent damage, but like you said, the survivability on J.Storm is just growing so quickly.
Radiant's top
They're
tower
not
is
afraid to
under
pop
attack.
2 ultis, Ivern's Curse, plus Willow Wisp just to get 1 kill.
Are
Because
scanning.
they understand that their ganking potential is really not there.
Radiant's top tower is
They
under
need to heavily
attack.
commit. The thing is, Jugger will not be able to split push and do his shenanigans if he's playing against Wyvern, who has a blink dagger and can position himself well with the BKB piercing.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, that's not free. He was farming over on the dire side of the map, but that stuff became found and just couldn't afford to wait. Been still on cooldown for a little bit, so 9 minutes of damage. Doesn't really have to worry too much about Ana with the constant chakras. Benji lost him down time, but with the max has the Yules, he's gonna be fine. They do drag him back into this arrow, but they're just still waiting for Brax. Crystal Maiden just throw out the ultimate in the tree, but those trees instantly disappear courtesy of
Keep from the light, they're waiting for Timbersaw with his ulti.
Jug does get the spin off, he's gonna be okay. Vampire leaping up to the high ground, but Moo is still chasing. Yeah, the Yule and the Jug. They've got the sounds for that, gets them a little bit further away, but now they've lost 2. Shots are gonna skewer in towards the fountain, but this gets him back into his own base. Kunkka's farming in the meantime. Not even willing to come back and help his team.
Yeah, seems like Brax is not having fun.
Radiant's
Small,
top
small
tower.
chat.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
just pressing this coil with a body shield over and over.
Dire's bottom tower
Not that
is
fun.
under attack.
But winning Dota certainly is a good time. Better than what happened to them in the first game, that's for sure.
Not so fast.
Man, Nightstalker's talents are so good. 200 health and then 15 strength.
Yeah, suddenly you're sitting at the 3000 HP. So 20 minute mark, they could slow down a little bit. So there's gonna be 5 minutes of daytime.
Good remains.
Just gonna build up these aura items, right? Then you get the full crimson, finish up the greaves and the timber, get the BKB on the Nightstalker. He's farming super quickly. Number 1 and number 2 unnumbered are the Nightstalker and Magnus just going for Vlad's. That's the plan here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The Gambit draft just does not
Radiant are
come
scanning.
together at all, right? We don't have a super farmed Jug. The Empower hasn't been all that useful. I think it's just been set down for result. FNG's getting run at. He's very dead. Got the arrow down. Little wisp there. GPK throws down the boat, but he's already lost half his HP. Just getting auto attacked. On the other side, Shotslow's been run away. GPK should be the next one to fall, but Moo is sitting right on top of Shotslow. They haven't even really interrupt this, so.
GK gets denied. Didn't even want to pop a BKB in that fight because he understood that the fight is over. Like, he can BKB and TP out. I'm not even sure it's worth it.
But then he's basically dead for longer, right? He can be dead for 70 seconds without having BKB, or he can be dead for 30 seconds and just respawn. So may as well just take the respawn. With that, J.Storm head straight into Roshan. They do have the Dark Ascension available if they really need it. Moo's going to be picking up M next. J.Storm really understands their timing at this point of the game. Yeah. And,
Moose bought the gem, and also iceStalker has one queued up.
oh, okay. Interesting.
So they definitely want to take over the game, get all the vision removed, so they have the true side for Moonlight Shadow, and just take it slowly from there. Don't wait for the next 2.5 to 3 minutes.
Dire
so slow.
Yeah,
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Immortal.
Well, now they have an Aegis Nightstalker. Good stuff.
it seems like a slow, painful bet for Gambit in this one. It's tough, they don't have ways to come back in the game. There's no big items coming on their side. Kunkka just finishes BKB. You have Magnus with just freshly got flat, so it means that he's not gonna land any any big RPs, even if he did, there's way too many styles to actually counter the RP.
Yeah, this is what happens when you first pick the bag overall, right? And J.Storm just took all the heroes that they wanted to counter.
Dire's bottom
Nine
tower
just saunters up onto the high ground. He's challenging Gambit to see if they can do anything about him, but really
Radiant's
does not
top
seem
tower
like they
is under
can.
attack.
I'd like
Dire's
to watch
bottom
him slowly
tower is under
siege their
attack.
base, trying to make
They call GG as well.
I mean, it's not the call yet. I mean, you should try. If something happens, he's gonna use the boat to clear the creep wave.
Oh wait, do they know that FNG is back here? Why are they running at it?
Dire's structures are
Oh,
fortified.
he's they're flipping their
Radiant
wave
structures are
so that
fortified.
FNG can't kill it with
Dire's
his
bottom
ultimate.
tower is under
Oh
attack.
my god. Gambit are in full desperation strats at this point. They've caught out the jug over on the other side. Oh, he couldn't get the spin off in time. Stream brought down by Move. Empire coming over now. Have the gem right on top of him.
Dire's
Tries
middle
for the
tower
TP
is under
out.
attack.
This could be 6 up. Back in their base, however. Shot slow's dead. BK pops the BKB and has TP out
Radiant's top tower is
to his
under
own
attack.
fountain from inside of his base. If you need any indication of how this game is going, that's it.
They don't have to ever go heal on J.Storm. The amount of sustain they got.
Yeah, they can just keep pumping out
Radiant's middle
shields,
tower is under attack.
deals.
From Keeper of Flight, 3 HPs from Wyvern, are injuries. And it's not free, but plus, man.
Yeah, plenty.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is
with
falling.
that, Lane of Rax gets lined up.
Radiant's middle
Gambit
barracks are under
waiting to
attack.
rally all of their forces to mag back up and get these powers out. Green was just he walked in here. Spins now, a little bit of damage off the knife. He still got the Yule, still got the Green. Jump forward from the Magnus, but he can't get the RP off. He's been silenced. Omni Slash on the move, but immediately countered. It just bounces off the Green. Touch is dead next. Nine Twinter's Curse over on the Crystal Maidens. They have the Blinky of Ice, they do not. FNG is about to be brought down. Nine still just wading through everything. Because the keep coming back up to the GPK to pop it, but it's extremely low. Vampire. We just need one more nuke from the Snap Stalker. He does get caught in the torn. Another buyback coming in now. FNG, not even a set into the ultimate as it instantly gets canceled. Buyback from him, and then there's a GG call as J.Storm get the reverse sweep. They lost game 1 in 15 minutes. They're the ones to win the series.
They realized what they did wrong in game number 1.